put this on camera.
Oh, why am I rewriting the book? I mean, the thing is, it's like I want to, first of all, I want to just be able to really share something with my mom that she doesn't get from me in everyday life, because I can't speak about a lot of these things that I'm talking about, like the feelings and stuff like that, because once we write this book, we'll have something to translate, and then she can actually read it, because, you know, I mean, I speak Vietnamese pretty well, but it does surpass my linguistic abilities, as it were, because, I mean, I could talk about the events and stuff like that and sort of how I feel, so she gets a gist, but because I'm not as concise with my Vietnamese, that it's, I mean, it's past rudimentary, but it's definitely, you know, midway. I'm no way a professional in any way, Steve. I'm able to talk about what we need to do and we're able to have conversations, but like for me, this is something that, I mean, just the whole idea of finding the family is already could be a book in itself. But the question you ask is, why is it almost 25 years later that now I'm starting to do something about it? You know what I'm saying? Instead of, I mean, I've had a couple papers do something, but one of the things sort of growing up is like, there's all this emphasis, I mean, for adoptees and with, you know, other reactions of adoptees, one of the things that you kind of ask is, you know, about the search and those who have found it. But there seems to be like a really like heavy emphasis on the search. But really, there's no conversation about what happens when you do, what happens after you, what obligations you are required to take or want to reject, you know. I wanted to write this so that she could have sort of that, and also when I wanted this book to have that sensational story in it, but then also sort of understand sort of how is it living between three worlds. You know what I'm saying? When they're where Vietnam and the Philippines are same but different. You know, there's a lot of things that go hand in hand, like rice, but culturally there's a lot of differences. And then, you know, living in America and in such an international family, and then, you know, being attached to like the ultimate symbol of wealth at a certain point. What is life, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just think it's sort of, life is what you do with it and the legacy that you leave behind. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's what you're dead, that's it. But then we're able to impact or help people or just sort of be the best you could be, you know. And I wanted to make sure that the book had like a happy ending. It's not a happy ending, but it's a happy ending, but it's not like it's ended yet. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know the actual ending, but I wanted to show a lot of positive things. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you look at the news, everything's about the bombing, this, terrorists, this, Trump is killing this, you know. We're killing our planet slowly because we have a maniac, you know, whatever. You know, where's, you know, my story, I mean, it's about, I mean, there's just so many things, you know, war, you know, poverty, your father being, you know, her being a single mother because her father's not even from the country that's fighting, you know, the Philippines, because he came over because of the Philippines' obligation to America, being adopted, getting sick with polio, you know, basically at a young age. So my life has been being disabled and just sort of plugging on and how it's, you know, more difficult at you know, sometimes being disabled, sort of learning what your limitations are, and then at the same time having your health deteriorated. But how do you keep on doing everything like that is also part of the story.